Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Lynton Joseph. I'm from the AATC, the Australasian Academy of Tennis Coaches, and we're here to talk about staff shortages and how we can assist local business owners. The AATC is an independent coach education provider. We've been providing quality coach education for the past 14 years, and we're working all across Australasia and the United Kingdom, and we're also providing job placement opportunities for our international coaches to come and work in Australia. We spend a lot of time working overseas, and we come across so many coaches. We work both in the cities, the main cities, and also rural areas, so we make tennis affordable and attainable to people who ordinarily may not have that opportunity and that luxury. We do this by we're hopefully making dreams come true by finding passionate and hard-working coaches. Our motto is opening the door to tennis, but more so we are bringing the world closer by doing that. So staffing is one of the main issues facing local business owners here in Australia. As a owner of a tennis school myself, I've come across staff shortages and realised the impact this potentially can have on my business. So I've availed myself of this particular process of bringing in international coaches, doing the whole visa process, making sure that they're right for my business and my school. So I don't want to face any more further shortages. I want to have a foolproof system that's going to really help my business continue to grow and continue to evolve and not have to worry about staffing and having staffing shortages. This year alone, AATC have placed over 50 coaches throughout Australia and other parts of Southeast Asia. It's a fantastic program. It's working really well. The coaches here are embracing it, and we want you, if you haven't already taken on someone and you need staff, to at least ask the question. Contact us, have a conversation with us. We'll make it work for you. And the great thing is it's going to cost you $0. There's no paperwork for you to do other than an offer letter, and we'll do everything else for you. And we'll make it happen from other professional letters, from health insurance, from police checks, completing the application and putting all the money into it. And the good thing is you don't need to be affiliated with AATC. You don't have to be an AATC coach. If you're a Tennis Australia coach, great. We're happy to help your business. If you're in any other denomination, we're happy to help as well. All we want is our international coaches be given this opportunity to come and work in Australia. Think about it. Think about the life-changing experience that you're going to give a particular coach who would never, ever dream of being able to come and work in our fantastic country. Think of the lives that you're changing. Think about the cultures that you're bringing together and for a new hybrid model in your own business. These are some things that I suppose money can't buy, but life journey, life experiences can give you that opportunity. So how does AATC propose to solve the staff shortage issue? Well, as mentioned earlier, we have several coaches ready and willing to travel to Australia and help you in your business and work for you. Gone are the days where you would get a random email, spam if you like, saying, "Dear sir, madam, I'd love to work in your esteemed academy," and they'd attach a resume, which invariably I would never look at. The amount that come across my desk, unfortunately, straight to junk, straight to trash. Our system we put a lot of hard work into our system by vetting our coaches. They provide a video, not just one, not just two, but several. The first video is them speaking, so you get to see the tone of their voice, the language barrier, what they talk about. You get to learn a bit about them, what their tennis journey is, what their personal interests are. And you can make a judgment call on that if you like. The secondary video is of them actually playing tennis. So instead of saying, "I've done this tournament, I've done this, I've done that," you can actually see them demonstrate. Are they hitting a forehand, backhand, the volley, the serve? You can see their actual technique and the level of play. And then you can also from there decipher how they're going to go when they demonstrate the stroke during the lesson. Additional videos include group lessons. So you can see how their voice projection is, how they're managing a class, how idle other students are within that class. What are they doing? Are they paying attention, or are they idle for too long? We know lesson management's a lot easier than error detection and correction, but the group lesson will actually be able to decipher, are they providing correction to the actual lesson, to the actual student. They're important things, error detection and correction. The private lessons will also be looking at, was that lesson suitable for that particular customer in your eyes. We'll try our best to vet that as properly as we can. All of the above are short videos that are going to help you make a decision. I like to be able to see how the coach is, so I can make a judgment call. We need to see them, be able to see whether or not they're right. It's not practical for us to fly someone to Australia for an interview, so this is the next best thing. And we'll provide you with short videos attached to a particular coach, and you'll say yes or no. That's the actual coach I want, and then we'll facilitate the next phase of the program, which is the interview part. But you'll see the videos, you'll get to work out whether or not that person is the right one for your business, and we'll take it from there. The three fundamentals of AATC are, as a coach, are making it a fun and engaging lesson. Are they hitting enough tennis balls during that lesson? And thirdly, and most importantly, they've got to take away 2 or 3 learning points. And so these are some of the things that we'll be making sure that our coaches are learning during our courses as a priority, and then we try and translate that to the video so that you can actually look at the video and have all the boxes ticked, so that you can say, yep, I can work with that person. Yeah, they might need a little bit more work, but yep, they're the type of person I would like to have in our business. And that's pretty much where it all grows, and where the experience starts. What happens when you choose a coach? We straight away tell the coach the good news that someone's interested in their services, and we facilitate a 3-way meeting, online meeting, where we get yourself, the international coach, and a member of AATC. And if it's your first time dealing with AATC, it'll be with myself, and we'll go through an interview process where you can ask more questions beyond what you've seen in the video, so you can get a whole package in terms of, is this the right person that's going to assist with what you actually need. And you usually know during that interview stage whether or not this is going to work for you or not. And if it doesn't, well, go back to the drawing board, look at other coaches, but hopefully you've made the right choice with the videos, because from my experience, that's pretty much where it all starts to move forward, and move forward really quickly, so that you can get your shortage problem solved. So what happens with the visa process? Rest assured, we cover everything for you. If you were to use an immigration lawyer here in Australia, have the process done, you're looking at upwards of $2,500 plus. This will cost you $0 if you're taking on an AATC international coach. We'll cover that whole cost for you. We'll use our lawyers, and we'll complete the application process through Home Affairs. All we ask is that you're able to offer this coach that you choose 1 term of coaching. Give them that opportunity for 1 term. And if it works out, you have the power and the ability to extend, as well as if it doesn't work out immediately, as then we have contingency plans in place that allows that coach to still have some sort of experience here. We will help you prepare a contract that's fair for yourself and for the coach. We're happy to look over it. We encourage you to have your legals look over them as well if you require, but they're usually stock standard. We'll also assist you with an offer letter that we will need as part of the process, and that offer letter will go a long way to helping them with their visa. We'll do everything else at AATC headquarters, and this includes ensuring the coach's overseas health insurance is up to date. Their police check or their PCC from the overseas country is intact. We'll apply and pay for the visa, and we'll obtain all the professional letters necessary, which includes letters from AATC, Tennis Australia, and anything else that's going to help them with their application. For coaches that are already in Australia that need their visas extended, we can also help with that process too, but that's a whole different process that we will look at. Having said that, you don't have to worry about anything else. We're going to streamline this process, make it easy for you, make your experience a positive one with AATC and with the international coach, and this can take anywhere between 4 to 5 days to 28 days to find out whether or not the visa has been approved. Touch wood, we've had 100% of visas approved. We're very confident that this will work for you, and we want to see it work, and Tennis Australia want to see it work. And it'll only, as I said at the start, it'll only help your business grow and tennis grow in our country. So some of the reasons why Australian local business owners take on coaches, and several reasons. Obviously, staff shortage, but there's a critical shortage of quality coaches and those actually willing to work here. They cater for ethical and cultural diversity by bringing an international coach over. We're lacking experienced coaches, especially since the COVID years. We get a different perspective. We're bringing in on different coaching styles, the way people do things in different countries to here. We've got the Australian way of teaching, we've got the European way, we've got the Southeast Asian way, we've got the South American way. There's so many different ways, but bringing the blend together quite often is always a positive result. My experience and experience of coaches that I've worked with is international coaches provide a lot more stability and loyalty and a strong work ethic. They want to work, they need to work, they take on feedback, which is of paramount importance when delivering and improving your own team. Regional and remote locations are a wonderful opportunity as well. Personally, it's a lot easier working in the regions, a lot more peaceful than in the city environment, but at the same time the city has its pluses as well. Another reason coaches are using us is, as mentioned before, is we're taking the headache away from this visa process for you, the business owner. We want to make it easier and maintain that. We are invested in not only coach education but in job placement. So we want this to be successful. We want our overseas coaches coming here. We want to make their dreams come true, and we're really, really passionate about that. And the coaches that have so far taken on staff have the same mindset. They know that they are making a great opportunity for someone who would never, ever dream of having this happen to them in their lives. And bear in mind that these coaches are taking huge risks. They're leaving quite often young families to come and work for a better future for themselves. And these are things that you've got to consider. We'll always provide ongoing support. We regularly meet with our coaches that are here. We have Zoom meetings once a month, just touch base. How are you? How are you going? What's happening? We use the current coaches with new coaches coming to be a mentor of sorts, so that they understand some of the pitfalls they've experienced. When we train the coaches in our overseas trips, we are very real. We talk about the cost of airfares, the cost of living here, utilities, SIM cards, My Key cards, transport, food, what everything's going to cost them, and that's very real. So they come here with their eyes wide open. There's no shock factor. Putting them in touch with communities, medical services, all those kind of things. We'll cover that again a little bit later, but they need to know every single thing that's going on, and we've got a couple of coaches here who've sent in some videos just to let us know, or let you know, what experiences they've had and how they've felt. We've got Paul Osborne from Aussie's Tennis Coaching here in Beaconsfield in Melbourne, as well as Jaron Kretschmann from Milpara Connection Limited and Remote Tennis Services out in the outback of WA. And they've been great supporters of this program and what we're doing, and they've been so supportive and encouraging for the staff that they've come across. Constant contact with AATC, and we're in constant contact with them, as well as their staff that are here, because these are the kind of coaches that are ensuring this program is working. And you know, if you don't want to hear it from us, you can be in touch with them, and they'll be happily able to share their experience with them. So yeah, have a listen to Paul and Jaron and hear what they have to say.
Hi, my name's Jaron Kretschmann. I'm from Remote Tennis Services Australia. Just want to tell you a little bit about our relationship with AATC and what it is that we do. We specialise in regional and remote area servicing across approximately 2/3 of Western Australia and over half of the Northern Territory, and in particular our Indigenous Tennis and Learning Program in partnership with Milpara, the nation's leading Indigenous engagement program. The relationship that we have with AATC has been second to none. The swift and fast prompt service from Lynton and his team both here and in India has allowed us to continue delivering our highly sustainable and professional services across this vast region through the delivery and services provided by the AATC coaches out of India, who are highly qualified, highly knowledgeable and dedicated to what they do. I strongly recommend, if you're in need of coaches, to get in touch with Lynton and his team. The service is second to none, and with the critical shortage of coaches in Australia, it's what we need to keep this industry going. Cheers.
Hi everyone, it's Paul Osborne here from Aussie's Tennis Coaching at the fantastic Beaconsfield Tennis Club. I also have another club out at Warrigal where we run coaching programs of all sorts for all people and different standards, different ages, adult lessons, children's lessons, all sorts of things. Over the last few years we've grown exponentially with coaching numbers and as such needed to source more tennis coaches to join our team. We currently have a team of 14 coaches, varying from VCE students who might be in there as trainee coaches to some senior coaches taking adult lessons, private lessons, cardio, tennis, all our programs. It's been a big problem in the industry of recent years with sourcing quality tennis coaches, especially senior coaches for club level. I was lucky enough to come across AATC and with the help of Lynton Joseph, the CEO of the Australasian Academy of Tennis Coaches, I was able to source Raja Boda, who's coaching over here behind me. He comes from India. He came out 3 months ago and he's done a 3-month trial within our business and has exceeded all expectations. Raja has been absolutely brilliant with our clientele, working together with a team of coaches. He's enthusiastic, he's hardworking, he knows his stuff and he's always willing to learn and bring more to the table for our business here at Beaconsfield. I would suggest anyone out there considering this opportunity of working with AATC and bringing out some coaches from India. I think I've got one of the lucky ones, or I've been one of the lucky ones to have attracted Raja, who ticks all the boxes for me, and I'll certainly be looking at doing something similar in the future. So if you've got any questions, shoot me a message, get hold of Lynton through AATC, and I'm sure he would be happy to help you out with any of your staffing needs for any business owners out there looking for more quality tennis coaches. Thanks very much. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hi, I'm Kavya Monica Nandimedala from India. In this video, I would like to share my working experience with the Australasian Academy of Tennis Coaches here in Melbourne, Australia. First and foremost, I sincerely appreciate and thank Mr. Lynton Joseph sir for helping me in adjusting to this new place and also making sure that I'm having a safe stay here in Melbourne. It has been over 2 months since I started coaching in Melbourne. I'm gaining experience coaching different levels from red ball stage to group lessons, private classes and social cardio, from which I'm learning a lot of different approaches towards the coaching. I'm not only getting to coach, but I'm also getting to participate in new training programs from where I'm learning a lot of valuable practical skills. I would also like to thank Mr. Michael Robertson sir, who is a former tennis player, a senior tennis coach and also an associate with AATC, for mentoring me and sharing his immense knowledge with me. Thank you AATC for making me a part of your AATC family. Thank you AATC! Thank you!
So what happens when the visa is approved? Well, the great news is passed on to both yourself and to the international coach. And then that's when the real work starts. That's when we provide our concierge service. And what that involves is preparing both parties, mainly the international coach, for travel to Australia. If they're arriving in Melbourne, I personally or someone from AATC will go and greet them at the airport. And we would hope that someone from your business would also be there to meet them as well, welcome them, and take them to where they're going. We ensure the airfares are booked and that accommodation is sourced and try and make sure it's local to where they're going to be working. Public transport in most of the areas are great, and we have staff who do travel more than one train to get to their venues, but are always punctual, always early. They understand the importance of being there and understanding that on time is late, being there 30 minutes at least to an hour before they actually start. We review the contract again to make sure that everyone's happy and understands clearly what it means for both the business owner and the coach, so the expectations are shared. We ensure and make sure that the coach brings suitable identification with photo ID so that they can apply for a bank account. We explain to them about the tax file number requirements, what their tax requirements are in this country, superannuation, making sure that these items are ready to go, so they can actually get paid, budgeting, understanding which SIM cards to start considering, what all these costs are, health insurance, emergency numbers, contact details, putting in touch with people in their own community from some different Facebook groups is really, really important. Making sure they bring a laptop, because when you're completing your timesheets, your pay sheets, doing it on your phone's not going to cut it. Having a laptop, something simple like that is really important to consider. What to declare at customs as well. Quite often the coach is really excited and they want to bring gifts for yourself. The gifts they bring aren't always right. You know, on a long flight when you're completing the declaration card, you're just ticking the box to get in and out, but it's actually quite a serious form that you have to take serious, and we take the rules and legislation surrounding home affairs and visits. It's really important. And the last thing you want is them stuck in customs by bringing the wrong item. So declare everything. It's a simple rule, just declare everything. Put them in touch with local community, so introducing them to your customers before they're here. Letting them know so-and-so is coming from this particular country and this is what they're going to bring to our community. And then from there you might get conversations starting. Yes, I'd love to be able to house this person. I've got a room, or I'd like to show them into our community, bring them in that kind of thing. These things are all great. We also know that it's going to be a honeymoon period that they're going to experience. They're going to experience that high, but then they're going to experience a severe low. And we'll be counselling them through that process to see how they're going. We'll be talking with yourself to make sure that they are doing okay. Are you okay is never more prominent than it is in this particular case, because all of a sudden they've changed life big time. The cultural change or the swing in that is huge. They're missing family. They're not going to see family for at least 3 months, and then if you extend them, that might even be longer, because the cost of airfares, as you know, has gone up, and it's quite expensive. So all these things are things to consider about. We encourage you, again, like mentioned earlier, is meet them and meet and greet them at the airport. Welcome them. That's a fantastic thing to do. Involving them in activities of your team, making them a part of the team. Uniforms, you might not have uniforms ready for them, but they'll have AATC apparel that they can wear, and they'll look like a tennis coach anyway within your business until such time as you can gear them up. And if there's anything else we haven't covered, we're always open to developing this program. It is a work in progress. It's always going to be a work in progress. Things are going to constantly change, and we're going to be learning about different pitfalls, different ways that we can make this a lot better for all parties, including the coach, yourself, as well as AATC. But like I've said all along, is this, we want this to work. Tennis Australia want this to work. Local business owners want this to work. And if you're not sure yet, get on the phone, give us a call, and I'm happily have a chat with you for as long as it takes, just to walk you through this. Meet some of the coaches that are actually here from overseas countries and see where they're going. So we've got coaches from South America, the United Kingdom, India, Singapore, China. But there's some really good stories out there, and when you see the happiness in faces that you come across of people's lives that have been changed, you realise what you're doing here. And opening the door to tennis, just bringing the world closer is really, really important. Okay, so just to close, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to our session on staff shortages and the barriers and how we can minimise that. So it's a process that just hasn't happened overnight. It's something we've thought long and hard about. I myself am born overseas, and if my folks hadn't given me the opportunity and migrated when I was 1, I would not be able to be here to be able to provide the same opportunity for overseas coaches. I look at the sacrifices my folks made back in the early 70s and what they would have done, and I also hear the stories of the sacrifices that they made just to come here, leaving family, leaving a way of life, come here with no more than $10 in your pocket and then survive and provide opportunity. And it's the best country in the world, I think, and so would yourselves. But it's a great opportunity to bring people across here to experience that as the very, very minimum. Understand it's a real life-changing experience that you're doing for someone, and that's the real crux of it. It's not about the money, it's not about anything else, it's really about that life-changing experience and what you're doing, and it'll make you feel a certain way, and when you feel that certain way, you'll understand, you'll get it. We feel so much pride and humility in how this has changed people's lives, and that's what we want to get across. It's humbling to be a part of such a journey of an international coach, and being part of the solution for staff shortages, for local business owners, and hopefully we've covered everything. And if we haven't, please reach out. But I'd also like to just thank everyone at AATC, our team overseas that do a lot of work to make this happen, the coaches that have trusted us with international coaches, the international coaches who put their trust in us to place them with a coach like a business owners like yourselves, who are willing to take someone on and work with them. Knowing that they are quite raw around the ears, or wet around the ears, that we do encourage you to spend a week or two helping them assimilate and fit into your way of doing things. Like I said, they take on feedback, they are willing to learn and always wanting to learn. They just yearn to learn, and that's a really attractive thing. The team at AATC and myself would like to thank Scott Rawlins and Adam Carey from Tennis Australia for giving us this opportunity to be able to present what we're actually doing here at the Tennis Australia Virtual Grand Slam Coaches Conference. It's a huge thrill, and we're ever grateful for the opportunity. We hope we've provided enough information for you, and we hope that you're able to take that next step and take a risk and contact us and see what we can do for you. Like I said, it costs you nothing, and it's a great fee for the wonderful experience that you will have. And 2024 can be solved, whether it's term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, or you can just plan for 2025. It doesn't matter. We can have coaches coming here for short-term experiences, coaches here who want to stay for longer. These are all the great things, and if you have any problems with coaches whilst they're here, we'll step in and we'll help, and we'll be part of that mediation process. But again, I'm Lynton Joseph. I really appreciate you tuning in, and hope you have a wonderful year on and off the court, and stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.